Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another reaction of Genshin. That was a weird way to word that. I think the new setup stuff is kind of messing with me. I'm lost. I don't know how to make YouTube anymore. That's it. That's the video. But anyways, Zevi told me I needed to listen to Novatio Novena in the comments of the last video, and a bunch of people agreed, so here I am listening to this one, and I suppose that's about it. Let's go! Ooh, okay. We back in Sumeru? Is that what's going on here? Ooh, wait a minute. The, like, electric organ? Alright. This is calmer than I thought it was going to be. Very atmospheric. Oh. Oh. Oh, wait a minute. Hey, yo. That kind of punched you in the face, doesn't it? Beautiful drop out there. A little bit more classical flair thrown in. All right. I've definitely heard this motif somewhere before. Like, it was already giving me Sumeru vibes with the instrument choices, but... Hey! This must have been a part of somebody else's theme, then. Maybe I heard it during a concert or something. But I know they share motifs a lot, so maybe it's just something I've heard. Ooh. Throwing some clarinet there? I think that's a clarinet. If that's not a clarinet, somebody's going to be very mad at me. Ooh. The fade out too, just really subtle. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely getting Sumeru vibes off that. I don't know how many times I can say that without it sounding stupid, but that's really what I'm grabbing out of this one. I swear I've heard that tune before. I'm not sure, like, that melody specifically is definitely calling to me in a way I didn't expect, so I'm pretty sure I've heard it somewhere before. But overall, what a beautiful piece. I definitely expected it to be a little bit more energetic from the start. When it kind of came in with that, like, electronic trap sound, I was like, hey, yo, okay, there we are. But I'm very confident that that is a Sumeru motif of some sort. I am very bad at, like, continuing that line of thought, especially with the time that can be between videos here. But I know I've heard that theme. I know I've heard it, and I'm going to stick to that gun, even if I'm absolutely wrong. I am positive. So I hope I'm right. Otherwise, I'll just look really stupid. But I'm very, very sure that I've heard that before. One of my favorite parts of the song has to be the whispering being added in as not even a melodic line. It was almost just texture, but you can hear them making out words. I can't tell what they're saying, obviously, but it's treating it as an entire separate layer of the track and as an instrument instead of a vocal line. So that just adds to everything happening at that spot. I love those clever uses of voices as texture and an instrument instead of being a vocal line. It's always been really neat to me having that like air of mystery underneath it. Like you can't quite make out what they're saying, or even if they are saying something that's fairly clear, it's being treated as part of the whole instead of something to be be focused on anyway. But what's all in all been happening through this whole song, and something that's been very prevalent in a lot of songs I've listened to as of late, is this one brings you through a story. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is a character demo if I remember the comment right, so that makes sense, but it starts off very like kind of lonely. It's got that sound to it that feels very isolated. It's just got that kind of glistening air over it where it just nothing feels like it's settling in, and it's a little bit washy up in the top. You're just kind of flowing through and going pace to pace, you know, like not really feeling like yourself. Those types of emotions are what's being played at there for sure. And then it moves on into the center and it feels a little bit more bright, a little bit more hopeful. You're understanding the situation you're being put in and you're coming to accept that in time. And the third part at the end is very like, this is me. I've come to terms with who I am in my situation. This is now my story. You just have to watch it. So it's kind of going through the basic steps of what I would call a character demo song. It's just running you straight through their emotional like landmarks, their little timeline spots along the way. It's definitely a great way to introduce a character, let you know their emotional ties to things that are happening, and even in music, being able to show that, as I've said a million times, and I will continue to say so, is one of my favorite parts about music, being able to actually showcase those emotional beats instead of just showing them. You can feel them in the song. So it really helps support everything happening to the character and for the character. This is such a great example of it flowing so well. There was such distinct moments in this one. It felt very sectioned, but the flow between them, which I think is probably Yu Peng Chen's doing, because he's insane with that, being able to like properly flow through each individual emotion and not have like a noticeable gap while making each part so distinct that you know exactly when it's happening. There's just a fine line that you can hit, and he hits it every single time, where it feels natural despite being so profound each time the emotion shifts in the song. But I think I've yapped about this one enough, so thank you all so very much for watching. Thank you, Zevi, for putting it into the comments, and everybody who liked it and let me get to it. And if you have another song you want me to get to from Genshin or anything else, by all means, put it in the comments below and I will do my best to get to it. And otherwise, if you want to just follow me and support me and all that, you know how to do that, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye!